Okay, guys, so welcome to my page, Messages from Venus. So, I wanted to talk to you guys in regards to children. And in part, this is somewhat of like a self care, realization type of a video. Because a lot of people don't realize that when you act upon something or when you're acting on something and you have children, especially if you are a single parent or you're doing it on your own or somewhere along the line you and your partner break up and the children see the split, etc., etc., make sure that you set the best example that you can, because these kids are not just your kids. These kids will one day be a product of society. So whatever their outside environment outside of your home is, they're gonna have some sort of attachment and result to that. They're going to be a product of the education system. They're going to be a product of the financial institutions that we have. They're going to have other titles such as girlfriend, boyfriend, mother, daughter, father, babysitter, accountant, etc. They will have many hats. That it's not just your son and your daughter and or the last name that you provide to your child or your children. So it's important that you give them structure. Most importantly, because they will end up being someone's spouse. They will end up being someone's partner. And with this partner, they're going to have to be a team. Not against one another, but towards one another and together with one another. So the last thing you want to do is raise somebody to be a fuck up to somebody else, or to be an asshole, or to be a bitch to somebody else, or to be an abuser, or to be a nagger to someone else. And I'm making this video because of personal experience. Like, my boyfriend and I last week, and we got into it so bad. I mean, we got into it really bad, where I was ready to just drop the towel. I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's just sometimes it's never enough for people. And even if you do, sometimes you just have to stop doing and scream in the top of your lungs. And then if that doesn't work and they're still acting ridiculous, then that's when you know it's time to go. Sometimes it's best to step into your own power and allow people to grow as well, right? Because for example, in my relationship, I feel like both of us have tendencies of being in control, or having the power, or having the last word, or being the ones that are always hurt and or right in relationships. Meaning we're both coming from places where we both have been hurt, or we both have seen one of our parents either be ridiculously mistreated, and it caused a lot of pain, especially from like childhood, right? A lot of people don't have those experiences. They have other type of traumas as an adult. But with my current boyfriend and I, we had like, we are so much the same that we are the same sun sign. Now we're both Libras. So it's been a build up for me, and the last thing I want to do is become my mother. And I don't know if she watches. I don't give a fuck. But the last thing I want to do is become my mother or my father. The next thing I want to do is become a better version of them, because that's essentially why you create your kids, right? I do not want to be my mom. And I'm saying this about my mom not because she's a horrible person, not because we're not talking right now. She has her reasons, I have my reasons, and it's probably going to stay like this forever. But it's because I'm a female and she's a female, and so I take after her. I see the example she sets. She was a fantastic mom. She is a fantastic mom. She raised me to be the best woman that I can be. Regardless of anything that she ever thought of me, or anything that I ever think of her, or whatever the case may be, the fact of the matter is that my mother was an excellent mom, because she had to do a lot of things on her own for a very long time. And she was very young too when she had me. She was 19. But with that being said, is that I just want to stress to people the importance of having a good example. Why? Because, like I said, you do not want them to, you don't want your kids hurting someone else's kid. because that's when problems occur in relationships. That's what's essentially happening. Someone else's kid is bullying your kid as an adult, and so you have friction. Not because my boyfriend and I have never gone into shit. No, so my boyfriend, sometimes he wakes up on the left side of the bed so far out that he wakes up like this every day. It's sickening when you don't know how to control yourself, when you don't know how to control your mouth. It's sickening when I have to like hurt him for somebody to be able to fucking listen to me. I have to be able to take it there, or have to take it there for things to click. We're both abusing each other. And I'm being open and honest in this video because I know a lot of people go through that shit. And a lot of people are like, oh, so why do you stay? So if he's this and then if he's that. Trust me, I've lost a lot of friends because I go the fuck off. And other people as friends, they would want to see you with somebody that's better, with somebody that can bring you flowers for no reason, that can treat you to candy, that doesn't nag over dumb shit, that doesn't wake you up early in the morning to talk about the things that he or she does not have. So it's difficult for friends to hear the shit that you are experiencing when they're probably having like the best time of their life, or they have this whole shit planned out for themselves, you know? So I understand why people have left my life or have not understood. And in all honesty, I wouldn't recommend a relationship that's so tumultuous, or where you butt heads so much, or where you have to scream in the top of your lungs, or where you have to tell somebody it like enough is enough, I don't give a fuck, where you are willing and able to, for example, go to hell and live like alone for the rest of your life than to have to deal with someone else. Like sometimes people take it there, or sometimes people feel that and never say anything. It's best that you do let it out and like let the other person know, but it's not healthy. And like I said, if I didn't have like the spiritual connection that I have with my boyfriend, and I didn't have such a journey, such a history, both in this life and the past life, and certain things that have to be completed, so that I don't like live in this matrix of a cycle between he and I wouldn't do it. I would never put myself through so much hurt, so much pain. I would never allow someone else to put themselves through so much hurt, so much pain, and have to let go of everything that he knows to be able to love you, or for me to be able to let go of everything that I know for me to be able to love him, or vice versa. My boyfriend and I have sacrificed a lot. We have left a lot of people behind. We have left people, ex-partners, situations, debts, a lot of things behind. We, in this past year, have grown a lot, but because I feel like everyone else has watched it, and there's a lot of things that are like this. They're lopsided in our relationship, which to a lot of people might not be normal, and to other people it is normal. But if you are going through this situation, know that, number one, you're not alone, which is not something cute. You shouldn't want to be, you shouldn't want to be in a relationship or in a situation where you're like, well, I'm not the only person going through all of this. You don't want to think like that. But just to let you guys know that sometimes people raise other people in certain ways. And so when you meet your life partner, when you meet someone else, if you haven't learned certain things by a certain time or age, or if something drastic doesn't happen to you for you to be able to learn certain things, you're gonna hurt your partner. For example, the fact that my mom taught me to be so like organized and to be so on top of things can sometimes be an annoyance to my partner. Not because his mother didn't teach me, because he didn't want to grasp it. Or if he doesn't allow me to do certain things, like he doesn't want me to drive, he doesn't want me to do certain things, because he needs to feel needed. As a man, you should always feel needed. You should. Otherwise, what's the point of being in a relationship? But it's difficult for me because my mom always taught me to be independent. You do it yourself. My father always told me, you don't ever want to depend on a man. You don't ever want to be sitting at home waiting for someone else to bring you the food, or bring you the fucking, not even the food, the table to place the food, where you have to cook it, and then this person is telling you how to cook it, how to clean it, how to fix it, and then you got to eat it and you probably don't like it. So it's difficult, right? It's very difficult. So I've had to learn to like step down a little bit and understand to allow other people to feel like a man next to me, because I make more money, or because I haven't gone through half of the struggles that he's been through in life. So it's very difficult. So if you don't have the patience for that, don't do it, because you're going to end up hurting yourself and your partner even more. And just please note that if you are a mother or you are a father and you're teaching your children, know that you're raising your children not for you. You are raising the children for the world. You're raising the children for someone else. It's not just women. We're not in that world anymore. You're not raising just a woman to be part of someone else's life because she's the one that goes away. And the son is usually the woman, the one that brings the woman or their partner into the partnership and into the family name, because women for the most part drop their family name, you know. So it's you're not teaching this person or this little human being to just be perfect for you or to be perfect for the vision of you. Okay, I don't have any children, but I can tell you this from an experience, because I was that little child. You can never be a perfect parent. You can never in your life be a completely perfect parent. There is no such fucking thing. You can only do what is best. What was the best that you can do, that is the only thing that you can do. So note that you are raising your children for someone else. And I feel like, as opposed to like other people that know that, in my shoes, I feel like my mom raised me knowing, like telling herself that and knowing that, but in her mind, that's not something that she ever wanted to really face, right? That, oh, my daughter's gonna go and experience like such a crazy relationship, and like the energy is so crazy, and the give and take is like this as opposed to like this, or to be with somebody that can't do certain things that I wanted the perfect husband for her to do. You know, don't envision your children to be with your Prince Charming, because that shit, it's gonna go south for you, because your child, like me, I'm ready to take it on, because I love my boyfriend unconditionally, and I don't need like a ring on my finger. I don't need to like walk down the aisle to know my responsibilities. It'll piss me off. I am digging his fucking grave. He's going in the ditch and will never get out of it. However, like, it's just certain things some people just have to just come in tune with or be at peace with when being a fucking parent. Yes. Like, and it's things that I'm trying to like learn now, so that when I have my children, I don't give them my baggage. I don't want to give my children my baggage. I don't want to give my children more baggage than what I'm already giving them, because they have to take my DNA to be able to create themselves in my womb. You know, science is crazy. God is crazy. The universe is crazy. So it's just a little video that I wanted to touch base, because a lot of people don't kind of talk about that. So in a sense, this is a self-care video, because you have to take care of your emotional feelings and the balances and your emotional well-being as a parent, to raising children for the system, let's say. Okay. So I don't want to make my videos too long, but I just wanted to touch base on that and just talk about that, because it's been something that's been frustrating me all weekend. I mean, if I could have killed him, I probably would have stabbed him to death, decapitated him, and I would have shown him the head. I would have gone straight to the fucking police precinct, and I would have been like, okay, this is his head, that's it. So in a nutshell, if you're a parent, you're not raising your children to be perfect for you. You're not raising your children for the world to give your perfect little child everything that you're asking the universe. No, they have their own karma. They have their own dharma. They have their own lessons to learn. And it's not up to you to decide. They have their own willpower. They make their own decisions. And after a certain time, you would have to respect it. My child is going to be a psychopath, and I'm going to have to respect that shit, period. He's obsessive compulsive. I'm convinced. And my daughter, forget it. She's going to be Medusa in the flesh. You know, like, all of my kids, they're all going to be like little psychopaths, little sociopaths. I'm over it. Over it. Let's see, what else? And yeah, just take care of your emotional stability. Not everything is written in stone, and other people will make their choices, and those people will probably be your kids, and it'll probably hurt you the most. So when I have my kids and I rewatch this video, I'm gonna be like, you know what, Maddie, you should follow your own advice, right? So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys in regards to that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.